There we go. So here we have the filter out of the transmission filter out of this here Jeep. Nice Jeep. This is the regular one, and there's actually two. There's a screw-on one. This one right here. So that's neat. There's two filters. This is like the equivalent of having an external filter. You know what I mean? So that's very clever. It's a good transmission, 5-speed auto. First time I've ever done one of these. But you can see there's a date on it. These are the originals, 2005, 314-05. But you know, that's the only flaw that I found in this car. Only significant flaw that I found in this car. You know, before I told my dad to buy it, because I mean, I looked for, you know, well over a year and a half to find him the perfect used Jeep. You know, because he insisted on purchasing a used vehicle. I mean, you know, because he doesn't like new cars. I mean, the man, and I've told people this, everybody knows, he can go and buy a brand new car cash, but he insisted on a used car, and he liked this body style Jeep, so that's what he got, you know. The great thing about the car, you know, that made it, you know, valuable, even though it is an '05, brand new Hemi, not rebuilt, it's a crate Hemi, with less than 3,000 miles on it, and the car itself, one owner, no accidents, only got like 116,000 miles on it, you know, brand new tires, brakes, you know, $2,000 worth of exhaust and, you know, accessories like headlights, shift knob, tuner kit, everything, man. It's just immaculate condition too, so that made it worth it, you know. But as for this transmission, you know, the fluid was brown and burnt. You could smell it was burnt, even with my worn out sniffer. If you look close, you can see here, even on the filter itself, usually you don't see this, there's all this grunge right here, you know. Usually that's just what you see on the magnet, you know. But I'm gonna cut these open just out of curiosity, because this was the dirtiest fluid and the most amount of metal I have ever seen in a transmission by far. But I mean, this thing takes 15 quarts of fluid. You know, that's excluding the transfer case. You know, which I have to also change the fluid on. But you have to get the fluid from the dealership, and because it's an all-wheel drive car, you have to get and there's a a differential in the transfer case, center differential. You have to get a friction modifier and the specific kind of fluid. But it only takes 2 quarts, you know, but they're like $14 a quart. But anyway, I'm going to cut these open just out of curiosity, just to see how bad it is. And I think I might actually have to change the fluid again. You know, I change the fluid, put new filters, but the fluid is still dirty looking. You know, it's not pink like it should be. So I think it was just so dirty, you know, that I might have to drain the fluid again and put new fluid. I did what I usually do on cars like this that have a traditional transmission with a pan on it. I pumped the fluid out, and then I drained what was left in the pan. Then I put new fluid in, you know. Something like Ashley's car, you know, that doesn't have a filter like this, or a pan, you know, and only takes 3 quarts of oil. It's really not necessary to do that. I mean, because when you drain the fluid out, it's negligible, the amount that's still in the transmission, you know. So it's really not necessary to pump the fluid out on something like that. Um, Besides, I drained the fluid 4 times and cleaned out all the metal before I put new fluid in that transmission. But I'm gonna cut these babies open just out of curiosity to see just how bad they are, you know. All right, all right then.